Okay. Good morning. Good evening. Happy Friday. Happy Saturday morning if you're on this side of the world. Today, I am Beth Reeves. I'm a care manager currently living in China, talking about different things each day. And today, the last is a free day. I get to pick, but y'all know what I'm going to do because I'm going to revisit something I tried to do earlier this week and talk about Master Zhao and the Chinese mural artist who painted all of the murals that are here at the school. But what I thought I would do is I am going to try to walk around, but before I do that, I have actually a lot of photos and stuff from when he was here. So I thought I will first do a little biopic background and share that stuff. So hopefully the sound is working and everything. Oh, good. There's some hearts. It sounds like we're good today. Great. So the first thing I did create this little excuse me, guys, website using Gamma for him, just to try to take his he has a website that's kind of like they call it like a self-introduction or whatever page where that he can share here in China, but it's all in Chinese. So I tried to create one for him in English using Gamma. And so I also got to learn a little bit more about him doing that. So we'll just kind of share some of that. So we're in Shandong province here. So his roots are here in the Linyi is the big city in Shandong. And Linyi, as it says down here, is famous because that's where calligraphy was born here in China. So there were kind of two key people, Wang Zhishi, who is known as the sage of calligraphy, and then Yan Zhengqing, who shaped the Tang Dynasty tradition. So the two of them together transformed Chinese calligraphy from a craft into a profound art form. And so he also uses calligraphy in his art. And there is a beautiful park not too far from where I am, where it's called the Calligraphy Park. And you can practice calligraphy there, but they also have like samples of like old calligraphy and like it's really beautiful. Um, and then we can just read just a little bit for our education here. Calligraphy and painting in China share a single origin, Tongzhen, Tongyuan, rooted in the same brush strokes, the same philosophy, the same reverence for nature and humanity. This shared origin is not a technical observation, it is a window into the depth and wisdom of Chinese culture, civilization, sorry. And then down below, and let me just make sure you guys are still seeing this, okay? Um, are examples of some of his art. And again, these are large pieces. This one uh, is the Village Opera. Sorry, I'm in the sun, so I don't know if I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is, and this is kind of faint, but it's all these people are in here. And so he did something unusual as well because he focused his artwork on like things he was seeing, his local towns and the gathering of townsfolk here. Um, so it's not just a famous person or whatever, which is what is a common theme in the artwork, especially large pieces. So it says here, this is a painting about community, memory, and the quiet dignity of ordinary life in rural Shandong. Um, and then this shows his history. I'll put this link below if you guys want to learn about him and childhood. And then here he is painting one of his big murals. I think this is the Village Opera painting that he's working on there. Looks like it. Um, talks about his philosophy. Art is the mother where skill is a complement. Without sincerity, no amount of technical refinement produces meaningful work. His definition of art is disarmingly direct, sincerity, genuine emotions, honest engagement with one subject. After that, you can discuss technique. Rustic is not an apology in Zhao's vocabulary, it's a badge of honor. Um, the Yiming spirit was forged with millet and rifles, with bare hands pushing carts. Plainness, groundedness, and earthy directness are the visual language of that heritage, and he embraces them fully. I think that gives a little bit of context for us as we look at some photos. So now let me share some photos of my time. Oh, wait, let me see. Hello, guys. Hi, Bloom. Hi, Jelly Bean. Oh, I had the same question, Bloom, about how to spell Jelly Bean. I actually spelled it different than both of you, both of these. I have Jillibean without that middle E. So yeah, Jelly Bean, you gotta inform us. So Bloom says, yeah, wow, calligraphy was born there. Isn't that amazing? I know. I mean, it's like, oh, this is where writing started. It's like it's so crazy. Um, okay, so let me stop sharing that and then go to sharing my folder. Okay. Oh, that didn't work. Ah, shoot. I did this before, didn't I, Bloom? I opened the folder, but that doesn't, I have to share like picture by picture. Oh, wait, what if I do the folder as a gallery? You know, I mean, then you do see one picture, but kind of make it bigger. All right, let's just do that. Jilly Bean says, okay, for her name, no caps. No caps. Okay, all right, no caps. Got that. And Bloom says, China has so much cool history. It is so old. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. Okay, that looks great. Okay, thanks. I do need to figure out how to do these things, but I don't have these pictures in any particular order, so we'll just kind of like go through them and enjoy. But I liked this photo. This was of course, like this was Master, the teacher here, who wanted to. I hope I'm not being too loud. Okay, okay, good. It's early morning on Saturday, and we had birthday celebration yesterday, so it's my birthday coming up this week, a few days, and there were two other students here who both had birthdays, one today and one a couple days ago. So we had a combined birthday celebration. I didn't last very long. I went to bed early, but so I'm trying to be respectful of the early morning here. Anyway, thanks, thanks for the happy almost birthday. What's the difference between, oh, Bloom, you learned a little bit about Chinese art history in college. Cool. What's the difference between regular Chinese writing and calligraphy? I think that what I'm understanding is that there was always the same character writing, but what these two guys did is they elevated it into an art form. They kind of made it that they gave it its flair, you know? I think that's how I understand it. And you know how we have fonts, right? We have all the different fonts and typography. They also have that. And there's, I think, three like main different calligraphy styles or like font styles that came from the early days. But if, of course, everybody has their own style, and that's it's interpreted very deeply, like how you write the characters and what you're, that kind of thing. Um, there was actually a modern artist who did just one character, and it's a simple character. It's just one line, I think. And he did it in this huge canvas where he had to actually have the brush. Um, is it? If it was, I don't know if it was hanging down from the ceiling or he had somebody helping him or hold it, whatever, but like he had to go and like dip this big brush into this big ink. Oh, it was in the movie, the ink movie that I told you guys about, The Color of Ink. It's in there. And then he had to like swing the brush, and he had to like meditate before he did it. And then he's like, "Wah!" It's like so cool. So there's this it's a very much of a like respected honor skill to be able to do calligraphy. So Bloom said she has a calligraphy brush from China. It's one of her favorite art tools. Oh, wow, cool. It takes so long to do it well. And Bloom said, yeah, she saw that guy in your class. Oh, your instructor swimsuit. Wow, cool. Amazing. So anyway, so this the saying "Kung Fu is love" is like my master's like saying, and I just think it's such a great line. And this is when they were doing the stenciling on the wall, and there's the laundry, and then there's the Tao Te Ching sign above, and I just thought it's a great picture. So and here he is like pointing at it. Okay, so here's Master Zhao, and he's doing this one. This is the one I will show you. It's right as you enter, and it's one of my favorite pictures. And I don't know the name of the guy. I have to find out. But this man is known for not only being a great warrior, but for being very high, very strong moral and ethical character. And so Master wanted him, like, as you enter the school, to really represent that, we're not just here learning, kung fu skills or whatever, but that it's very closely tied to the morality and ethics of um, being being a master, being skillful. But you can already kind of see, like this one is more representational than some of the other ones, but you can still see how there's like rough, he leaves it rough. And he works pretty quickly. Definitely did this. I mean, I don't know if it even took him a couple days. I think he might have finished this in a day or so. There it is, getting finished. Here he was getting ready to paint the Lao Tzu that we saw at the beginning of the video last time. I'm showing these just in case it doesn't work when I walk around. I love it. Kung Fu Panda. So this is the entry into that's the door that goes into the gym, the main big gym. So especially that's where we do the Kung Fu training, and there's a lot of the Kung Fu um, materials, so like the swords and the wood and the mats and everything, all of the weapons and everything. They're all inside the gym. And so, Master's got a sense of humor to put Kung Fu Panda there. And I mean, it's a different style, right? But it's like it's not like all of these images. These all the same artist. There's him. There he is. He's teaching us about his art, and he's talking about the Chinese aesthetic style, which I mentioned before, which is that the goal is not to be finished or representational like in the West, but more to leave something open and evoke emotion through the work. And so capturing kind of what how can you paint this in a way that captures the emotion that you want, not just the so this is the Lao Tzu finished picture on the water buffalo. And at first I was kind of like, oh, why didn't he finish that? But now I get it. I really love it. Okay, so now here he is doing some of his sketches. He gifted some of these to me. I love them so much. And it's just amazing because he has these big rolls and he would just walk out into the neighborhood and sketch. And this is his sketch. This is his sketchbook. And he would take, basically everything he sees and he puts it kind of like in a panoramic camera picture, right? He puts it all onto one place. Um, and so this is actually uh, the street outside of our school. This was things he sketched outside of our school. And then sometimes he'll come back and add some color, or maybe he'll add some color even right there. It's explaining the different pieces, what he was thinking. There's some close-up of his work. You can see, like, the little house, and then here he is doing some calligraphy. Bloom says, "I love that he works in such large formats. That is super cool and great idea to scroll the paper to work on. Makes it easier to travel around with it." Yeah. So you can see even in his calligraphy here, it's not neat, right? Big, it's messy, it's this, it's light or it's dark. It's not like he's trying to be uniform or whatever. Um, so even with the calligraphy there, you can kind of get a sense of his philosophy, right? Julie Bean says, "My ex used to say I was unfinished. I told him that was a good thing because I'm always learning and it's different and exciting." There's a reason. Funny that he's an ex. Yeah, I was the same. Like, I have a lot of artwork that I actually like leaving artwork unfinished. And, so I'll start something and then I'm just like, I'm gonna just stop here, even though it's just, I don't know, like I like that too. I like leaving that emptiness. And I think we should all stay unfinished, Jelly Bean. How can we ever be finished? Right? What does that even mean? So oh, here's kind of a good picture of, I think that, this is sideways, but you can still get a kind of a full image. Okay, so that's all the pictures I had there. So now I will stop sharing. Was that good intro for him? And now I'll just try to walk around. And if do you have any guys have any questions or anything before I walk around, just in case I lose you, or are we good to go? I did also want to mention, I'll put his website that I created, the Gamma website. It's not like really there's no call to action or anything on the website yet. It's not connected to anything for him, but if anybody's interested in his artwork or getting a sketch or something, then I can certainly you know, ask him for I can certainly send something to you. So, if you have any interest in that, that would be really fun. Okay, it says his work is beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Just in case we lose you again. Okay, all right. So let's go. What I've done is I have this mobile hotspot now that friend in China connected. So it's like this little thing, and this is a mobile hotspot. And so, and I used it on the train while the train was moving, and I stayed connected the whole time. So now I've connected my laptop to this, and that's I'm hoping that it will be more. So I'm gonna go. Okay, so there's the Lao Tzu, right? And we did have laundry day yesterday because it was sunny. So we have some laundry. Oh, I guess you are not going to see the laundry. That's good. Oops. Shoop. So this is the girls' dorm, and we have the plum blossoms in the girls' dorm. This is my room. That's where I stay. There's the finished Kung Fu is Love. All right, now we're working further away. Oh yeah, the pigtails. This is my my kung fu hair. I don't really need it so much yet because it's not that hot. But when it gets hot, this is the way to go. You can't even with my short hair, you can't have it down. So yeah, okay. So here's our final one, which you guys saw, but you can get a little bit more. Ooh, sorry, going backwards. There we go. And then if I turn around, this is the front gate of the school. So this is then Confused Culture. And then we have I think those are lotus leaves. Isn't it so pretty? It's so pretty. And then let's see, this is no. the sign says Kung Fu is wellness, is the wording. And we have this is one of the original Kung Fu guys. It's not Jackie Chan. I do have Jackie Chan over here, but this is one of the first guys. I don't remember his name. Yeah, the gate. I know. It's everything. I love taking pictures of everything here. This was Kung Fu's longevity with the beautiful pink flower, which I think I took a picture of, better picture of before I showed you. Okay, here we have coming up towards the gym with the Kung Fu Panda. We're staying connected. Yay. Um, there's Jackie Chan. And then we have Kung Fu Panda. Let's see if I can just even show you guys the gym real quick. Oh, push. Hey, there's the gym. That's fun. I get to show you the gym. There's like all the weapons. Not all the weapons. Oh yeah, and then there's all the swords. I've used some of these. I can do some of that. I can do a little bit. Okay. We learned a form this week. I mean, I relearned it. I had learned it before. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It was like it's so hard, but feels really good. Okay, so now he just has these very rough drawings of the forms and the swords. I could see you being really good with swords, Silly Bean. I don't know. I have a feeling you might have some sword mastery in your like history. Your so and there's different styles. This one that we're coming up to next is called Wing Chun, and it's this one. And it was actually designed by women. So it was like women's originally, but now everybody does it, and he teaches it here as well. So here, it's not just the Shaolin Kung Fu; it's also Tai Chi, Qigong, Wing Chun, which is this one. And so, if you're really specifically interested in that, you can come and just learn that. Or like most of us, we kind of just come and we're like, we don't know. We just start with whatever, and then he'll introduce different elements. And then these are again just the five elements forms. And I think I talked about these in the last one, but it's water, wood, fire, metal, and earth. And so each form has a position, and then they also connect on our little circle here because water goes to wood, feeds the tree. Wood burns and turns into fire. Fire burns down and turns into ash, turns into earth. Earth hardens, turns into metal, and metal for some reason turns back into water and then water goes back into wood. So they all, are interrelated but also individual, which is like kind of a core thing with the whole meridian system and Chinese philosophy and everything like that. So there's dining room. Okay, just one more thing. And there's also some calligraphy interspersed. So like, and that is just gorgeous. Beautiful. I think that would be one of the goals for me is I want to really study calligraphy more. Kung Fu is healing. It's pretty funny. Kung Fu is healing, and the image is somebody getting kicked in the face. But I was thinking about doing something about the how hardship is good for our health, you know? Because I was thinking about that, like a lot of what we do here, it's kind of like putting a stress on the body, you know? Like if you have a pain in a particular point, it's like that's the point. Push there. That's where you're blocked, you know? Or just, being getting up early in the morning or you know being cold and not being comfortable in the temperature and We talked about the hot cold therapy and how that's a stress for the body, but that helps strengthen the immune system. And so I think this idea of like hardship, um, I don't know about getting kicked in the face, but it's that we do things where we like hit the body, hit our hands, not hard, but kind of hard, and that to strengthen them. So anyway, and then the last one here, Kung Fu's wisdom, and that's just showing with the laundry. That's kind of a cool picture too. Should take that. Um, it's showing the cycle of qi through the body because qi moves down the front and up the back and ends at our mouth. So our tongue, when our tongue is hitting the roof of our mouth behind our teeth, that's connecting our front chi movement with our back chi movement. So when we're doing our exercises, we want to keep our tongue on the back of our teeth and our teeth closed usually, because then our circle is connected. So Chili Bean says, you'd sure call those hardships. Well, we don't have it hard actually compared to the stories I hear. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, there are some centers, some academies, some schools here where they don't have hot water, and one of the other friends, students here, she said that when she was there, she had to uh there was like an ice bucket and she had to like break the ice to like get the water out for her shower. I was like, oh no, 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 no. Oh no. I'm not there. I'm not there yet. But then there's another school, as if that's not bad hard enough. There's another school where there isn't water at all. There's no water at the school. So if like you want to take a shower, you just go out in the rain. Or what they would normally do is they would go down the hill and go to a hotel for the night. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not there. I'm not there. I just have to admit that. I'm not there yet. But I'm sure that they are stronger from that. Uh Bloom says, oh, I missed some things here. Sorry. Bloom says, I love that you figured out walk around. I know, me too. I'm excited. Did you notice you're up to 41? Oh, that's because I had my son join this. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to call. I haven't really asked people to join too much. So now I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have to say, like, okay, folks, I need some subscribers because I want to go up the mountain. I want to take y'all up the mountain, and I'm not carrying my laptop up the mountain. So I do want to take you up there. So I do need to get to 50. So I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there this week, one way or the other. It's like, Theo, tell your friends. I need 10 people. Um, they look how bendy. Yeah, in Wing Chun. Yeah, I haven't studied that at all, but it's supposed to be really amazing. It's the one where, like in the Kung Fu Panda movie, they have the wooden thing with the wood all around, and they're like, I'm probably not describing that very well, but it's like it spins around and you like, that's Wing Chun. She Bloom says, I love the laundry out. And it's interesting about chi. Oh, the chi, the running, yeah. And oh yes, in Kung Fu Panda, I remember that. Yeah. So yeah. So now we're back. We're back. Yay, we made it. This is exciting. I, I, s- when this mobile hotspot worked on the train, I was like, I wrote the guy, I was like, you've just changed my life. Like I was like, this is amazing. I was able to work for 4 hours on this train without interruption. It was like, oh my gosh. So yeah. And it is Saturday here, so I don't have class today, Bloom, so I get to join your live. Yay. How long will I stay here this time? I think 3 weeks. I was thinking 2 weeks, but this first week has kind of, it's just been a little bit of settling in. We did have a couple rainy, cold days, and I didn't do much. So, yeah, I haven't quite found my rhythm. And I also have a friend who's coming back to the area on April 3rd. So if I extend, then I'll kind of overlap with her. So I'm thinking I'll stay 2 more weeks, and then, yeah, hopefully have, like, 2 more weeks of training, um, yeah, so it'll be 3 weeks altogether, and then I'll head back down to Zhuhai. So, love the sound. What sound? Are you hearing the birds? FX, special effects. Did I do something? Was there some special effects? Oh, maybe it was my, like, maybe it was that sound. My wing chun sound effects. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm so glad I have the hotspot too, and I'm so grateful for the friend who helped set it up for me because it was all in Chinese, so thank you. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, thank you all so much, and, yeah, I'll put the link down there for Master Zhao, and, yeah, it was great to see you all today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and, yeah, I'll see you next week, and I'll see you in a little bit actually on Bloom's Live. Okay, bye.